Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life. And I want to start by saying a quote from Herophilus 300 BC. When health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself, art cannot become manifested, strength cannot be exerted, wealth is useless, and reason is powerless. So how true this is when it comes to our health and our well-being. Your journey to wellness starts with a simple, I'm ready each day, I'm ready to exercise, I'm ready to nourish my body. Small daily decisions will impact the way you look and feel more than you can imagine. So good health is entirely in your hands. Whether you need to lose weight, whether you need to regulate your blood pressure, whether you need to fight off illnesses or improve your mental function, there is nothing that cannot be cured and balanced with the right food and with the right fitness. So tonight I invited a wonderful friend of mine to join me and discuss together how to achieve the optimal wellness. And my guest is no one else than Nate Wilkins, who is a very renowned and recognized health and wellness educator, instructor, coach, and nationally sought-after speaker with more than 27 years of experience. Now, I work with Nate, and I appreciate him a lot, and he's on a mission to help people live a better quality life through wellness and through fitness, and you should look at him. He's looking so terrific. He's always smiling and always ready to help everybody energize, and he believes in walking the talk and actively work out an hour per day, 3 times a week, 5 times per week. And he understands how important it is to exercise, how to use the right nutrition. And we'll talk about, Nathan, a lot of stuff tonight. And I also invite you to join the conversation because you know what we say and we hear all the time, health is everything. And while there are many actions you can take to promote great health, we tend to overlook some of the simplest and the most obvious, having to do with wholesome food and regular exercise, which are essential components to good health. So balancing your emotions is important, being in a good company, simplifying your life, detoxifying your life, and practicing forgiveness. These are all secrets of living an ageless life. Now, your health is entirely in your hands. Contrary to popular belief that your health is determined by your doctor, by the medication, or by a surgery. As I said, my special guest tonight, I'm going to invite him on the phone, and you can join the conversation by calling in 202-570-7057. And Christopher, my wonderful producer, will connect you with both of us. So we're going to talk about you and in which way you exercise, and if you do it, if you don't do it. Let's talk about how you look at your health, because Nate, as I said, is a wellness educator, and he can help you in so many ways to understand and acknowledge the role of fitness. So Nate, I'm so grateful that you're doing this with me tonight, and I so appreciate you. So I want to welcome you to the show. I know you're excited to do the show because we've been talking about. So, Nate, you are welcome to be part of as my guest. And let's talk a little bit about you. But first of all, welcome to the show.
Great, thank you so much. Hey, listen, that introduction was fantastic. As a matter of fact, that was the second best introduction that I've had. Actually, the first one was the one that I did for myself. I talk so much about myself and build myself up. But I thank you for sharing information with others about what I do as a passion. Hey, listen, so I call myself an ageless workout guy, 64 years young. And so I feel like, I feel like there's so much more in front of me because I've learned to live at a different level. I've learned to really take good care of myself. So I hope that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
That's exactly what we're talking about. So I want to tell you, Nathan, you are 64 year young and I'm 63 year young. So we're the same age, the same generation. And I know if I look at you, I don't think I probably will give you 39, let's say 40, no more than 40. And I'm serious. I am so like, first time I'm hearing your age, but you are looking amazing. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to start by introducing you to people who listen to the show. And I'm going to ask you, what is your background? Like for people to really understand what you do, entirely understand what you do, because I know that you graduated from Kansas University, you know, you have a degree in recreation administration, but I also know that you have a passion, and I want you to explain, like in 2 words, what made you be who you are today.
Well, so here's it in a nutshell. You know, sometimes it takes a health scare for people to get right. That's what happened to me. I had to go to the doctor, felt some stuff in my chest. They kept me in the hospital saying I had some heart issues, medication and what have you. And so after that, I decided that was it. No medication, I had to turn my life around. So I started exercising, taking better care of myself. How's that?
So let me ask you, what is, because I know your workout is called Ageless, and can you define Ageless? What is, to your understanding, an ageless workout?
Yeah, so here's what I'm saying. It's get up in the morning with enthusiasm, put the shoes on or whatever, go and do whatever works for you, whether it's stretching, whether it's lifting weights or run, but do it at a level that you have passion and you can feel good about it. So it's those things that we choose to do to live a better quality of life. We're living it for ourselves and not for somebody else. So many of us look at programs and look at other people and compare other people and say, oh, I should be doing this. When really what we ought to be doing is saying that we're doing this because we want to take back our life. We want to live a better quality of life. We want to be ageless, right? We don't pay attention to the number, that chronological number. We pay attention to how we feel. So that's what we're saying. It's this ageless concept. And what we're looking to do is invite people to be a part of the ageless nation, the ageless tribe, where you drink the water, where you exercise 3 or 4 times a day, where you feel good, whether you look good in your clothes. If you want to spend time with your grandchildren, you can run and play with them. If you want to walk up steps, if you want to not worry about falling down, you have good balance. All of these things are part of the ageless concept.
Well, let me ask you, can anybody build muscle after the age of 40, for instance? I mean, if you think, okay, here I am 45 or 50, can I still build muscle?
Absolutely, they can build muscle. Absolutely, we can still build muscle. You can just look around you. People still can build muscle. They have to do the right things to build muscle. They have to have the proper nutrition. They have to have rest, right? They have to work and dosage, right? You can't go in the gym and start lifting extra heavy weights. Actually, you could do it through managing your own body with body weight, doing push-ups, squats, jumping jacks, and then move into another place. So maintaining and building muscle is still possible after 40.
How many muscles are in the body? Do you know by any chance how many muscles are in the body?
Over 600 muscles
my
in
God.
the body. When we work out,
Wow.
and you know it for yourself, I try to make sure we move every single muscle in the body. Because again, muscle can actually help you lose fat. The more muscle you have, you know, after a workout, you still are burning inside, right? So you want to use that muscle. You want to maintain muscle, but at the same time, you want muscle because muscle mass can help you, you know, manage your life, right? They help you feel good. Muscles and bones. You want those muscles and bones to be strong.
Is there a particular group of people you like to train or work with?
Yes, all those who want to take good care of themselves. But we're being more specific, right? So somewhere between the age of about 45 up to 85, if you're 85, 86, you know, older than that, and you still have the enthusiasm and you want to do it, that you come looking for an opportunity, those are the people that I like. The ones that just say, oh, I can't do it, that's true. Because if you think you can't, you can't. So the ones that really want to, that step out and say, here I go again, I got another chance to take good care of myself, those are the people that I'm looking for and invite to be a part of the Ageless Workout Nation.
Now, there's one thing I want to ask you. People talk a lot about stretching. Can you explain the people who are listening why stretching is so important?
Oh my God! I mean, you watch animals as an example. You look at a dog or something when they wake up in the morning. That's probably the first thing that they do, right? For mobility, for agility and flexibility. And the more we stretch, the less limits on our bodies we have. So stretching is so vital, right? Because it gives us that elasticity. And at the same time, if we stretch, we can also strengthen the body. So again, it is that piece, that ingredient that allows us as we age to feel good, to move fluidly. That is the stuff that I think that it's all made of. If we're so tight, we walk different. We're all crunched up. So if you begin to stretch your body, you feel good. The blood flows better, right?
Exactly.
All kinds of things can happen when you stretch.
Right. So when should people? What should they? Is there a specific time of the day when they should work out? When do you work out? And just give us an idea. So teach us, for us listening, about if there is a time to work out. If you preferably have to wake up early in the morning or not necessarily. Just what is the ideal time to get up and start the exercise?
So actually, we have to become more body aware, right? For me, I'm up so early in the morning. I have an alarm clock in my body that says somewhere at around 3:30, 3:45, you got to get up. And so I'm up. I have a ritual that I do. I walk the dogs. I do my meditation. I listen to something that gives me some spiritual insight, and then I do a workout. So by the time 5:30 comes, I'm ready to go work with some additional clients or do some reading or some
writing. Are you talking at 5 a.m. in the morning?
For me, 5 a.m. in the morning, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But for some people, it depends on how your body functions, right? So some people it's 8 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock. You have to understand your own body and work within your own body, and not what works for me. This is an individual kind of thing. At this point, it becomes individual.
What time you go to sleep, Nate?
Well, that depends. So sometimes I'm in the bed about 9 o'clock. Sometimes I'm in the bed about 10. But if I have a late program, then
because you have to have your hours of sleep too, no? So let's say you wake up at 5 a.m. So you have to sleep those 7-8 hours, no?
Well, absolutely, you need to have proper rest. But when your body is in proper condition and it's operating at optimal level, you can get by with 6 or 7 hours of sleep. You don't need 8 hours necessarily. If you really are in good shape, that means that your nutrition is good. You means you're taking in water. You're managing stress. That all of those factors are in place. You can get by on less sleep. As a matter of fact, your body is just, wakes up without an alarm clock.
Right. I know you do a lot of things. I mean, I know you do corrective exercise, you do spinning, you do stretching, you do everything, cycling. But tell us, for somebody who's not that good at it and is just at the beginning, which would be the type of exercise you recommend?
Well, I think, first of all, we have to decide what we like, right?
What we like.
So stretching or cycling or running, if that's not your thing, you're not going to stick with it, right? So you have to find something you like. I think that a beginner should try a series of things. There are any number of programs, whether it be yoga, whether it be the stretch programs that I do, or what they call silver sneakers and all types of programs within silver sneakers, whether you're doing resistance training or cardiovascular. Well, you should do some things at this point. You should do some things to keep your coordination, your mind moving. All of these kinds of things are available. But the one thing that I would suggest is don't sit down on the couch and be a couch potato.
Exactly.
Movement is the key. You got to move.
It's the key. Yeah. I think we need probably to take a break, so hold on the line, Nate, and I have some callers, Victor from New York, Dominguez, there are other people online. Hold on, we're going to take your calls in a minute. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organization, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers, pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
Hi, this is New Age Grammy winner Paul Avgerinos. Thanks for listening to OMTimes Radio, and please support my peaceful healing music with a purchase at iTunes, Amazon, or wherever you shop for fine music. Just put my name into the search engine, Paul Avgerinos. A, V like Victor, G like George, E-R-I-N-O-S. You can also visit me at roundskymusic.com. Thanks for listening, and I'm wishing you the brightest of blessings.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
I'm back, Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio with Nate Wilkins, my wonderful friend who's actually having every certification in the world from a life coach, weight loss, personal trainer, vibrational training, absolutely you can imagine, certified stretch zone method, everything, cycling, FAA group fitness instructor. So we were talking about how significant it is to exercise because it raises the feel-good hormone in the brain. It raises the level of the serotonin, the level of dopamine. So it's like you put fuel and life, that you need. So I'm going to decide and take a caller so that Nate and myself, we can talk to Victor. Hi, Victor from New York.
Oh, hi, Carmen. Good evening, dear. How are you?
Good evening. So how do you like my topic? So I want you to know that I'm today with Nate. We were talking about the significance of exercising. And I want to ask you if you exercise, Victor.
I really need it and strongly, but unfortunately, and it's not an excuse, I really don't have time for that. It's like right now I'm on vacation.
So how can we how can we explain this? And it's so true. Actually, Nate, what Victor says is very true. A lot of people out there, they said, I don't have time. I live in New York. I'm on a bus 2 hours a day. I go to work 10 hours a day. When is there any time for me to exercise?
Well, if you're on a bus, did Victor say he was on a bus? Hi, Victor.
No, I'm not on the bus.
I'm just kidding. I'm just saying people are, when you live in New York City, you spend a lot of time moving from here and there. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I'm trying to examine. Huh?
Yeah. Go on.
What are we doing with people who cannot exercise?
Well, first of all, that's not true because you can exercise. When you say you don't have time, I guess I'm trying to figure out. Does he not have 24 hours? Everybody has 24 hours in a day, right? Unless I'm mistaken. If you're sitting down, you can stand up, right? If you're sitting down, you can move your arms. If you're sitting down, you can turn your head. You can lift your feet up. I mean, you don't have to go somewhere just to work out. Victor, are we on the same page?
Listen, you are right, actually. And I do sometimes, waiting for the train or for the bus, I'm trying to do kind of different, motions, movements, a little bit to stretch my body a little bit. But
absolutely,
I don't have really time for. I wish I could have more time for to go to gym or even to run because I have really a specific situation right now in my life, and it's long to explain. And I'm just wishing. I hope my period, kind of complicated, will be over, and that's what I wish I could do that. And I need to do cycling.
But you know what I think, Victor? I think if you will start removing your mind from the problem, because you said it depends how you look at the problem. If you look at the problem differently, the problem will be different, So it depends your perception about the whole situation. And if you take yourself away from the problem and focusing on moving your body, and raising the level of the neurotransmitters in the brain, the hormones in the brain that make you be more aware of things and more in control of things and more finding solutions, I think you will handle the problem in itself with much more ease and in a more comfortable way. Do you agree with me? I don't want to philosophize, but I think that there is a way for you to get yourself less involved, more detached, and looking at the problem like it's already resolved and it's not bothering you as much.
It's absolutely, yeah, I agree with you completely. You know, it's right. You're saying absolutely right thing. And, but the only, again, it's individually complicated a little bit. So I don't want to talk much about my situation.
Is there any way I can do to help you with your situation? Anything I can do for you to help you understand it better, to see a resolution to your problem? Because I personally think there's going to be a resolution to your problem.
Yeah, you know what? I can just tell you right now, I'm unemployed since like a long period of time already this year. And I'm like on call, and I'm doing temp agency. Whatever they call me, I'm just trying to do the job because I need to make my ends meet.
Right, exactly,
It's really, and I don't think about anything else. And this is physically demanding job.
Right.
I have to stand all day long, and it's to do something. And, you know, when I'm coming sometimes late, I have no energy and power at all to exercise. I'm coming late. Sometimes, like mostly.
But let me ask you: is there a way for you to change a little bit, to shift gears and go in a different direction and embrace a different type of a career than this one?
I'm trying. I'm just, you know, I don't know. I honestly don't know. That's what was.
I feel you're more involved emotionally into it. I think you're too attached to it. I think your negative feelings of fear, what if I'm not going to make it, those are taking control over your rationale. I think that's what's happening to you. I want to release that fear.
I'm sorry.
Nate, do you agree with me?
Absolutely. I think that he has to have a different mindset, and I think that maybe meditation or maybe taking steps or what have you, where he's going. I don't know if he can walk up steps, but really changing the mindset will help him. Not only in terms of exercise, but in terms of getting to a better employment situation. I think that maybe what he's doing is adding, too much pressure on himself to find work or to find ways to make ends meet. Like everybody else. I mean, we're all in some type of situation that we want to get out of. I've been unemployed before. I mean, that's not the end of the world. You may feel like that, but, it's not the end of the world. And so you begin to find new ways. You begin to restructure your thought process. What other skills can he develop? Can he volunteer at some place? I don't know what his skill set is, but can he volunteer somewhere else with learning some new skills so he can get back into the marketplace? Are those skills that he already have, are they obsolete? I really don't know what it is, but I'm saying that that it's not the first time, and he's not the only person in that situation, and people have come up with ideas when they actually think differently.
Yeah, I agree, but
I personally think you're gonna change direction, change gears, move in a different environment, I don't think you should depend on this. I don't think you should live on the edge all the time. I don't think you should live with the fear that what if tomorrow they're not going to call me. You have to see there's so many other things out there. You're so smart. You're so hardworking. You have so much potential in you that you need to unleash your power within you. So go out there and find different. I actually see you getting a different offer in a sort of a similar field or something where you're going to do better than here and have stability and you have what it takes to be successful. You should not depend on this because this is for too long. You are too frustrated. You're doubting yourself. Your self-esteem is low. You don't have time for anything. That's why you don't even have time for yourself. Your own persona, your own physical body is put on the side. So there's no time for anything. You don't even think of exercising or feeling good or taking a vacation or enjoying yourself or finding somebody new in your life. None of this is in your mind, Your mind is all centered into being miserable because this career is not taking me anywhere for such a long time. So when this happens, you blocked yourself. You blocked. You locked yourself in a space, in a narrow space in your mind, and you need to walk away from there, And you need to do something that is drastic, dramatic, like a shift, a major shift.
Absolutely correct. But the biggest problem, that's what I've realized in my situation, is my age, because I'm 58. And that's what I realized.
Oh, my God. You're young.
No. That's what you talk to a 63 and to a 64-year-old. So we are much older than you. You know what I mean? We're not intimidated by the age, age is a number.
Unfortunately, when, I went through many interviews, and after I found out later on, sometimes I don't call back when I'm calling, and I find out, they took younger guy, younger girl, kind of, I know, preferences, unfortunately. Age discrimination is absolutely...
I agree. I totally agree that age discrimination does exist. Discrimination has been existing since the dawn of time. But the problem is, how can we break through this and go in a field or in a direct, or develop something on your own? I work on all my life on my own. I had my own practice. I did my own stuff. I wrote my own books. Nobody helped me with anything. I didn't depend on anybody. Nobody gave me anything. I gave my own income. I was my own boss all my life. I don't know how it is to be employed. I employed myself by building my own business. And I think that's an ideal situation. Yeah, you see, Nate is the same. Nate worked for himself. He doesn't depend on anybody. So that's the kind of a thing. And it's never too late. Think a little bit of Louise Hay, who created Hay's House at 63. She didn't have she said, I'm going to make my own publish house because nobody wants to publish my books. And she made the biggest publish house in the world. So it's very possible to start at any age, to start fresh, to start in a different, if you have the courage, the guts to do it, trust me. I think you're a brilliant man, Victor. I think you're going to have to reinvent yourself, create a best version of yourself, even if you go on your own and build something you never thought you're capable to do, but I think you are. Create your own business, your own identity in a different way, from a different perspective.
I like to call that pivoting. Like you stop and you turn and go a different direction. You assess where you are and look at your skill sets and put them in place to work for a different thing.
Yeah.
You see where we are. I did the team with Nate today because we thought, okay, let's talk to people. Let's see what stops people from moving. What stops people from exercises, which is so good from their health. When they get trapped in their own limitation, then they don't do it for themselves. And you're not allowed. So we invite you to come to our classes. We invite you to join us. I invite you to come and walk with me and work with me, and let's go biking, whatever, so that we can break the walls of the mind that tells you, I don't have time for that. I live in fear. I am terrorized because I don't know if I'm going to get the right job. I'm afraid because I'm too old. We cannot live under these premises, because we become our worst enemy. You are your enemy at this point by the way you think, because you think the society limits your abilities. And you have to break through the limitation, and then you can create finally, a thing that you can be proud of and say, well, I did it, and I did it at 58, I did it at 62, but I really did it, because you are a brilliant man, you're a hardworking man, and you will succeed, Victor. You will succeed. Go beyond this company who's playing games with you. Go beyond those people, please.
Yeah, I understand. And thank you so much for really encouraging words. Both of you guys are doing a great job today. And
well, listen, Victor, I thank you. And I am so pleased that you called the show because, we just, we connected and we're just giving you that good energy and that hope and that opening the perception. It's all about the way you look at life, and you changing the way you look and stepping away from the fear, I think is going to create. And I want you to call me back in a month or two, promise me, and tell me where you are a month or two from now in your understanding. And if you're able to find something else, because you'll find, the moment you do it, you'll find something better, I promise you. The moment you decide that you deserve it, that you deserve it and you're not afraid. You think of you like you are super talented, that you have all the gifts to make it happen, that you can do better than those people, and that you deserve better. You deserve better. This is the word.
Oh, yeah, like I say, how can I prove that I'm not an elephant? They say in Europe a lot. So how can I prove, like, no, really, sometimes.
You have to prove it. You'll be able to do it.
Yeah. All right, okay.
Okay, my Victor.
Thank you.
Thank you,
we're
thank you,
cheering for you,
Victor.
Victor. Good luck.
Good luck,
Thank you
Victor.
very much. Thank you.
Okay, my
All
dears.
the best to you as well.
All the best to you. So, for everybody listening, I'm with Nate Wilkins. He's my wonderful friend. He's the one that you want to consult and ask for guidance when it comes to exercise, when it comes to educating yourself, because he's a coach, he's an instructor, he's nationally recognized as a speaker, and he has 27 years of experience. Nate, congratulations for your hard work. And we're going to continue our calls. We're going to go to our next caller, but I think we also need to take a break. And after this break, we're going to go to Domingas and we talk to her and see if she wants to share with us her experiences. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back. Nathan and Carmen, like in a minute, we'll be back.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Lisa Berry. Join me every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for Light on Living, a chance to see new, hear different, and feel more as I shine the spotlight on all the ways to lighten the load of life's challenges. Light on Living is your link to that new way you're looking for, that new understanding that will enhance your life, and that positive connection that will support your growth. So join me and you'll gain insight and start to see things in a new way that motivates you.
Hi, this is recording artist and composer Yuval Ran, inviting you to a voyage through the chakras, a new double album of guided meditations to transform your life, a sublime musical medicine for nourishing inner peace and reaching to your higher virtues. Get it now at metamindfulnessmusic.com, METTA mindfulnessmusic.com.
I'm Fidel Nshambo. I was born in a city called Bukavu in the Congo. We were a loving family, and then, boom, everything that I had disappeared in a single day. People think that when you are a refugee and they resettle you to America, and all your problems are done. They don't understand that that's the beginning of everything. I was not born a refugee. I was made one.
It's time we welcome refugee families with open arms. Learn more at embracerefugees.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
I'm back, Carmen Harra on OMTime Radio. And as you know very well, tonight is your show, so feel free to call in 202-570-7057, and Christopher will connect you to me and to my wonderful guest today, Nate Wilkins. And I want to tell you that Nate is on a mission to help people live a better quality of life through wellness and through fitness. And his programs are so challenging and so much fun and so designed for all skill level. And Nate, if people want to contact you, where can they reach out to you? If, let's say I want to work with Nate personally. Are you giving, like, are you offering personal training sessions to people?
Well, you know, I don't consider myself necessarily a personal trainer.
You're not.
Other
Okay.
people do that so very well. What I like to call myself as a health and wellness professional, and really health, wellness, and healing. So I do stretching with people. If they want to do exercises, I do that with them, but really not necessarily to build muscle per se, but to build their body so that they can feel good and live good. So I'm on Instagram at Now305 or the Ageless Workout. I'm on Facebook, Nathaniel Oliver Wilkins, or people can call me on my phone at 786-218-3266. Be glad to answer some questions and do some things. I can actually do some things virtually or online to help people move, like Victor talked about, sort of accountability, those kinds of things. But,
exactly.
In terms of personal training, that is one thing that I think that, I've done, but I'd like to see people live a better, fuller life, right? That really we set goals and we achieve those goals in every area of our life, so we feel good about ourselves and in the 360 degrees of knowledge. I hope that makes sense.
Well, I really think that the work that you do is so important, because one of the fundamental danger in the world today is that people lose our balance. They lose our balance when they allow emotions to get the better of us, when we lose our temper or we become depressed or we think less and less of ourselves, and we allow other people's thoughts instead. I mean, those thoughts that are infiltrated in our thinking, through the daily judgment, through all these newspapers, all the television, it's like the confusion is so great in people, so we start eating compulsively, and we do think compulsively, and here's, all these symptoms of our emotion that are in conflict with us. So we create this world in which we swallow everything without thinking. We swallow ideas, food, pills, So and everything is too processed. So I think the only release of this is exercise. So you start exercising, then you create that miracle, and you finally release that emotion. So I'm going to go now and talk to another caller that is a wonderful lady called Domingas. Hi, Domingas. How are you, my dear?
Hi. I'm doing okay. Happy because I'm on the right track. I'm doing exercise now, but I'm doing pool. I just joined for the past few days doing 1 hour in pool, so I'm not sure how many pounds I will eventually lose.
Well, Nate is specialized also in helping people lose weight. So he's like a weight loss trainer, so he knows. You can ask Nate what he thinks about you losing weight. How many pounds you need to lose?
I think I'm kind of trying to be aggressive at 80. But even though the body that I have, old-time people, that's the body that I have that they wish they had. Now I'm battling between letting go of my mom and wish and having my own, which is very difficult. But I think I've lost 37 for 7 months, so I'm on the right track.
You lost 37 pounds? That's great.
Yeah, 37 since March.
Okay.
But I joined. I start nutrition, a little bit of everything, because there's a lot of things involved. I started in March, so far I lost 37.
What about what kind of a workout? Tell Nate what kind of a workout you do. Probably he can guide you.
I was going around the entire gym, but I don't lift weight. I only use the muscles. And I'm trying. I want to do the treadmill, but my feet is not helping at all. That's why I joined the pool right now, because my feet. I haven't walked for many years. I was driving. I had a lifestyle that was very very slow. So now for the past year I have to walk, and my feet is kind of like holding me back. I have to get used to walk and treadmill, things like that. So my feet is not helping. I'm joining the pool right now and doing some machines to build muscles and all the other things.
What do you think, Nate? What should Dominga do?
Well, I want to know what's going on with her feet, first of all, because the feet are important like the fingers, right? So is she wiggling? Is she wiggling those feet around? Does she massage her feet? What is going on with your feet that are not allowing you to move? And is it better in the water?
Yeah, better in the water. I'm assuming because I have been driving a car for 16 years. I let go of it for the past year or so I can get my life back, but it's holding me back because I have to walk I have to learn to walk all over. That's what I think is happening right now. It's just I have to train my feet to kind of walk.
So exercise in the pool can help you because you don't get the same pressure, right? But then you could also, you could actually massage your feet with, different tools. Have you ever thought about getting a tennis ball and rolling your feet with that tennis ball?
Oh, I've never thought. I have never thought about it.
Yeah,
but I'm doing massage. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, are you massaging yourself or are you going to a masseuse?
No, I'm massaging myself. I noticed it helps. It helps keep going because.
Are you familiar with foot reflexology?
Not necessarily pressure points. I'm trying to learn a little bit.
Well, that's what reflexology will be. You understand where the pressure points are, and then you use those pressure points that work directly with your organs. So there are 2,800 pressure points in the hand and in the feet that are correlated to the brain. So there is a correlation between the brain and the feet. So by pressuring certain points, you activate, your brain function. You activate things at the cellular level. So it's very helpful. And water is always a helpful element of healing because we made 80% of water. So we used to say probably, Nate, I don't know if you agree with me, but the most complex sport is still swimming, because it involves, more of the muscle in the body. So it's just a very complex sport. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. But even just getting in the pool and moving around, walking around, lifting the legs, moving the arms, that's a place to start. But if you love swimming, by all means, it's great because you get cardiovascular, you get, your muscles move, the legs, the arms. So if that's what you like, that's a great place. Some people use that all the time.
What do you do in terms of nutrition, Dominguez? What do you do in terms of the food that you eat?
Small. Very, very small portion size. I'm doing eat according to your body blood type too.
Blood type, blood type, Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so eat according to your blood type. And also I'm doing greens. I'm doing fasting with greens, all greens. And eating very, very small. Yeah.
Is there something you recommend, Nate, in terms of nutrition for her?
Well, I would have to spend some time with her. I would love to know how many calories she's taking in. When
500.
you
500. Yeah, 500 and HCG. 500 and the drop under the tongue, HCG. Yeah, I know it's almost like HCG and 500 because the HCG I think helps burn the fat. Yeah, I'm doing that. I have to drink a lot of and I'm doing this called Noni supplement. It has all the enzymes on it too. I drink with a lot of water, so that kind of give me the vitality to keep going because otherwise it's impossible. But that would lie to my mind that I'm adding some good enzyme also. It's just like 18 years of long-term research of everything now that I'm trying to implement and create a lifestyle.
How is your blood pressure, Dominguez? How's your blood pressure?
It was in 140, but now it's back to normal. I never had.
Yeah, the moment you lose weight, the moment you lose weight, it regulates the circulation, the cardiovascular, the blood pressure goes back to normal. So that's why you need to continue to drop the pounds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's on track now. Yeah, it was. I think it was
perfect.
It was really good.
I think that when you start losing the more weight, you'll be able to move better, and you will be able to heal, and you will be able to go to a complete exercise program. So I think if you will be able to get rid of everything that is extra pounds.
I'm doing well. Because a lot of things are emotionally. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's emotional. Yeah. It's emotional.
Yeah, a lot of things are emotional,
right. I can't hear you very well, Dominguez. What did you say?
Yeah, and once you know, I'm also trying to do the compatibility, love compatibility. That way I see what is holding me back in terms of emotions, because sometimes the compatibility is important, because sometimes you don't have a life because your husband is holding you back, or the astrological chart is not compatible, so you just have to.
But the most important thing is to work on yourself. If you go to a hard time with your significant other, the best thing that you can do for yourself is work on you. You build your own self back. Take care of you, and then when you're okay and you're stable, then you can work on the relationship. Because if you fall apart because the relationship is falling apart, the situation that's happening around you is affecting you directly. So you have to put yourself together. When you do that, then you really can balance. You can balance your relationship too, because you take control over you, and then you can control your situation. You don't allow your situation to control you. You control the situation. Does it make sense? Does it make sense, Dominguez? Can you hear me, Dominguez?
I think we may have lost
her.
I
can hear you.
You hear? Okay. Oh, she hear? Okay, Dominguez. So I don't want to make. I want to make sure that you benefit from talking to Nate, because he's just guiding you a little bit into validating that what you do is right, and then the weight of loss is good. You're on the right track, and that it's moving in the right direction. Dominguez, is where you're going right now. So this will balance yourself, will balance your body, mind, spirit, and indirectly you will clear and balance your situation at home. You will see. I always told you, because I know your case, you've been calling before, I know your situation will be kept under control and get better slowly, but without a doubt. So you are moving in the right direction.
Thank you. And I think yeah, go ahead.
The only thing that I would add there would be building muscle. I think losing weight is important. It's not the only factor. Body composition, strong bones and muscles are important. So when you can get a chance to do that, I think that you're on the right track. Okay.
Okay. That's something
Dominguez.
that
So think of building the muscle. Nate is very right. Is very right, because losing weight without building the muscle, that is not probably so recommended. So try to consider every day building muscle while you are losing weight. So how can she do that, Nate? How can she actually build muscle if she has a harder time to move?
Well, first of all, we need to make sure she has the proper amount of protein, and it doesn't have to necessarily come from animal protein.
Okay.
She can actually get protein from plant-based protein, and then she needs to do resistance training as well. So what we want are strong muscles and strong bones. So while cardiovascular is important, we still need to do something like pushing against, squatting, just regular exercises that build the muscles. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I actually did it in the past. I had lost quite an amount of weight in the past doing all those muscles build up. It's just that I gained everything because I didn't implement the lifestyle change. Yeah, I had done, and I lost. I was able to build the muscle, and I think that's what saved my life too, because I went through a lot of things, and and I gained a lot of weight again, and then I think all those things that I did, I just have to start.
Afford to gain any more weight. We're on the right path of losing the weight, building the muscle, and building ourselves up from the ground, and you create the best version of you. And I thank you so much for being part of the show. Dominguez, like always, thank you for being. And I want to thank... Yes. Mm-hmm.
They removed my gallbladder. I'm assuming that might help the weight to keep me off too, because my gallbladder was removed like also almost a year ago. So do you think that might help the weight to be off this time?
No, I don't think the removing of the gallbladder is going to influence the weight loss or in any ways. I really personally don't think so. I think you're going to be okay without it. Yes, absolutely. You're going to be perfectly fine. So I want to thank Nate for being part of the show. Nate Wilkins, everybody. He gave you all the contact. If you need his help, he's absolutely amazing. And I'm Carmen Harra. And thank you everybody for listening. And I'll be with you next week. Same time, same place, OMTime Radio. God bless you, everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Nate Wilkins. You're amazing. Thank you, my wonderful producer. God bless you, all of you. God bless you. Thank you.